In many parts of the country, supermarket shelves are bare. Supply chain issues impacting everything from food to pharmaceuticals. Even news footage stockpiles are running low, which is why you'll just have to imagine these baby pandas are essential workers. Retailers and suppliers up and down the chain are facing critical shortages. Truck drivers, warehouse workers, supermarket stackers, with Coles and Woolies among those struggling to keep up.
They're finding 30 to 50% absenteeism rate. It's huge, particularly in the distribution centre. They cannot operate in those sort of circumstances.
Those attrition rates aren't just down to positive cases, but close contacts forced to isolate. So, with worker levels at a critical low, the government is being called on to ease the rules.
It's having an enormous impact on our team, of course, for those that do turn up. We are short-staffed. I think as long as we see high transmissions in the community, we'll continue to see challenges with our supply chain to varying degrees as the numbers ebb and flow.
Today, the PM announced this Thursday's NatCab will consider exemptions proposed by the AHPPC for workers in critical supply chains. Because if anyone understands shelves, it's a cabinet.
It was sent to them earlier today, so we'll just wait for their endorsement, and that will enable them to take that up. What that involves is asymptomatic, close contacts being able to go to work in those sectors.
New South Wales and Queensland aren't waiting, allowing critical supply workers back to work, even if they are a close contact, provided they're asymptomatic and meet testing requirements. But not everyone's on board.
Workers are really worried. They're worried about being exposed to COVID. They're worried about exposing their loved ones to COVID. They're worried about being pushed into workplaces that aren't safe, where we don't have the right PPE in place.
The union is calling the government's move reckless and wants additional support for workers on the front line.
Having workers go into workplaces without having RAT tests is not acceptable. We need to make sure that workers are tested, otherwise this outbreak will get worse.
So, is easing restrictions for critical workers key to solving the supply crisis, or a recipe for making it worse?
It's such a difficult thing for them to solve, right? Because they need these workers there to be able to get the goods going. But if these workers are forced back to work too soon, does that spread the virus more widely? This is just a terrible predicament, one of many that we're in right now.
A constant set of crossroads every step.